Hello, amazing people. How are you? I hope you're good. It's Tuesday evening here in London, and we've got the Life Remix samples tonight. So we're going to be going through chapter 1. I'm just going to share a few things that I think are going to be of interest to you. So just to remind you of the schedule. So every single Monday at 8 a.m. I do the Monday motivation. So I'll be online live every Monday. Tuesday evenings now, we're going to do every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. with Life Remix samples. So we're going to talk a lot about the book and each chapter as we go through it. 7:30 p.m. straight talking interview to Pashmina Pash tomorrow night. She's fabulous. You're going to love Pashmina. And then Saturdays, we're doing the Life Remix lockdown DJ sessions, and Sundays at 7 p.m. Ask Mark Anything. So loads of stuff throughout the week just coming online just to be helpful at the end of the day. We hope you're enjoying it and getting loads of value out of what we're doing. So please do, if you've got any questions or anything or any comments or whatever, just pop them in the chat box. We're live across 8 different social medias at the moment, lots of Facebooks, LinkedIn's, YouTube's, Twitter's, all that stuff. So it's all good. So a little bit about Life Remix chapter 1. Chapter 1 basically came about, or the whole book came about because of my physical collapse many moons ago, but it was painful. It was really painful and shocking. The day I hit the floor, I had no idea what was happening. Up to that point, I'd been a reasonably healthy young DJ, and then for one reason or another, I just hit the floor. And obviously, we go into that in a lot more detail in Life Remix, the book, of course. So chapter 1, I always like to start with a couple of quotes, and I think there's some really good things that can help people. There's one from me to start with. Have you ever woken up after a broken and extremely painful night's sleep, sat on the side of your bed and known that whichever way you move your body, any attempt to move is going to be so excruciatingly painful that it would just be easier to give up? If you can answer yes, then you can understand this journey. If not, welcome to Life Remixed. And that's the start of it. That's part of the book. I mean, at the end of the day, it's one part of the story because it was the moment that I collapsed, and it was a very, very negative, painful, excruciating moment in my life. However, here's a quote from BC Forbes, the founder of Forbes magazine. History has demonstrated that the most notable winners usually encountered heartbreaking obstacles before they triumphed. They won because they refused to become discouraged by their defeats. What do you reckon? Do you reckon that works for you? I mean, at the end of the day, some of the best people I know are some of the people that have failed the biggest. When you fail big, you have an opportunity. Pain is sent to teach us something. It's hard to see it at the time, but the pain is there for a reason. To grow, basically, to grow emotionally or to grow financially, possibly. But at the end of the day, this quote from Forbes, the BC Forbes, the founder of Forbes magazine, history has demonstrated the most notable winners usually encountered heartbreaking obstacles before they triumphed. They won because they refused to become discouraged by their defeats. It's important. I was not discouraged. In fact, I took it tough at the time, but I was not discouraged. After a little while, I dusted myself off and I went again. I was full of suicidal thoughts. It was tough, but I was like, no, I've got to get better than this, dust myself off. Let's go again. Here's the last quote at the start of chapter 1. It says, a little party never killed nobody. That's by the great Gatsby, in case you didn't know. A little party never killed nobody. I suppose a little party never did, but excessive partying certainly can take its toll. So look, there's 3 little quotes that start there at the start of chapter 1. I hope they can find, or you can find some positives in there, because there's some great stuff in there. So chapter 1 basically heads off, and the day of my collapse, I fell against the wall. I was walking through my flat in central London, and I just fell against the wall, and basically my right leg had just given way. I was perfectly conscious, but my right leg just gave way, and boom, I'm on the floor. And it was bizarre, completely bizarre. You can just imagine that happening to you, right? Not for long, of course, but just think about it. It was a bizarre moment. It was like, what has gone on? And it felt red hot. The back of my leg felt red hot, and I was down, and I was going to struggle to get back up. I could feel the pain getting worse and worse, and my right leg just kept pulsing and throbbing. It was like it was burning up. It was really weird. Basically, no strength in it whatsoever. And with no strength in my leg, I literally just lay there. There's more in the book, obviously, about that. I didn't know it at the time, but this was the first of an 18-month physical decline, the first day of a 18-month physical decline where I literally just life just turned into a full-on health crisis. I became so stick thin. I had severe joint pain all over my body. And despite the fact that I described the fact that it was like searing heat, it was like my joints actually froze, and my joints froze over my whole body. And I remember seeing a lot of DJs and people just looking at me and going, Christ, are you all right? Because I was just so skinny. I was tiny, I was thin, and I was sick. I was really sick, and it was shocking. But no doctor could tell me what it was. And I basically just had to start living off painkillers. I was hammering the painkillers, and I just took hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of painkillers. But it didn't really help in the end. In the end, I just got numb to the painkillers and the pain just kept going. As I say, at the time, I wasn't really sure what was going on. And it's the pain, now that I understand, the pain was for me to change course and say, hang on a minute, you need to do something different here. I could hardly sleep at night. I was in absolute agony. I'd wake up in the night and it felt like someone was stabbing me in the ribs. I'd try and stand up and my leg and my ankle and everything was just, it was just on fire. I couldn't put any weight on my feet. And as I say, painkillers just didn't work at all. If you can imagine, I'd been a self-employed DJ and record producer for 20 odd years. And I was used to getting out there, getting amongst it. And I used to party pretty hard. And all of a sudden I'm sick and I'm like, what's going on? There's no sick pay in nightclubs. Yeah, I didn't have any sick pay. I was shockingly beat up. And the next 18 months were really, really tough, really tough. But there's more about that obviously in the book, of course, and Life Remixed is coming out soon. So, that's basically the overview, if you like, of chapter 1. As I say, chapter 1 is called Another One Bites the Dust. And it's called Another One Bites the Dust because literally that's what happened to me. I just hit the floor and it was utterly bizarre. The major part of the book, and we're going to look at all of the chapters as we go through the book. But the major part of the book is obviously how I fixed it. There's plenty about all the good times and all the partying and everything. In fact, chapter 2 is called Good Times. And we'll look at that next Tuesday. But it was a challenge. This moment in my life was just something that was just sent, obviously, at the time for me to wise up, basically, to wise up and say, listen, you've got to start listening to your body. I'd had various other ailments. I'd had stomach problems, IBS and all that kind of stuff. I'd had issues, but I wasn't listening. This particular day and then 18 months of absolute hellish agony afterwards were actually the big turning point, the big turning point. And that was important. So I've got a few chapter 1 sort of remix opportunities. So at the end of every chapter, there's the whole story of the book. And at the end of every chapter, there's some remix opportunities. So see what you think about these. Okay. The first one, start to understand the power of your thoughts. And let me explain this one to you. When you understand the power of your thoughts, you'd never have another negative thought again. Let me say that again. When you understand the power of your thoughts, you'd never have another negative thought. You'd just say, I'm not doing that again. Because all my worst fears and doubts, anxieties and problems, they all came true. Losing my income, of course, and I'll talk about that later in the book. Losing my health and not being able to move around and being the DJ at the front and all of a sudden gone. My health had gone, and with that, my career was going out of the window and I was just sinking into oblivion onto a sofa and not being able to move around and get out of bed and everything else. It was shocking. It was really, really bad, really bad. As I say, there's a lesson. In every crisis, there's an opportunity. My crisis was ill health. That was the start of it at 33 years of age. But start to understand the power of your thoughts, because when you do, you'll never think another negative thought again. Here's the next one, next remix opportunity. We create exactly what we're thinking, but more importantly, feeling about. There's a whole universal law thing going on. As later on in the book, there's a lot about universal laws. But universal laws basically govern our lives. We all know about the law of gravity. The law of gravity says that I'm going to drop this pen, it's going to hit the desk. There you go. That's the law of gravity. Simple, right? But there's lots of other universal laws. I suggest you have a little Google of those after this and just have a look at them. But the law of attraction is basically the law of vibration. And you attract what you're in harmony with, what you vibrate with. It's really fascinating when you start to study yourself and you start to understand some universal laws. all of a sudden things just start to take shape. And I got hungry for this because I wanted to live. I didn't want to be suicidal. I wanted to jump up and say, hang on, I'm better than this, let's go again. So we create exactly what we're thinking, more importantly, what we're feeling about. Your thoughts program your feelings. We'll talk about that on another live. This one, next remix opportunity, look after your body. You only get one, I promise you. You might not love it when you look yourself in the mirror. You might not love your body, but at the end of the day, it's the only one you're going to get. So look after it. Look after it, look after it, look after it. Keep yourself happy, healthy, and wealthy. It's your mission. Try and keep yourself away from doctors as best you can. Doctors are there to help. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely. And modern medicine can help us live for a long, long time, much longer than previous generations. But you have to look after your body. You must look after your body. You only get the one. Okay. And another quick remix opportunity for you. And this was a real beauty, actually. This one really got me thinking. So with my understanding of what had happened to me after 18 months of pain, and I'll talk more about dis-ease and at ease and everything else, with my understanding of all of that, my thought went to, so if I could create all this crap with an overwhelming amount of fear, doubt and worry and negative thinking, all the anxiety, everything else, if my life went that way and I created all of that crap with all those overwhelming thoughts and feelings, what would happen if I changed it all to positive thinking? Now, someone called me recently a serial entrepreneur, which I love. But what could I create if I changed it all to positive thinking? Because I'd created a lot of crap with negative and doubtful and worrying and everything else. And rock bottom. It was when I was at rock bottom, I had a choice. Tony Robbins says, when desperation meets inspiration, that's when things start to happen. Well, I was 38 years of age, living in my mum's spare room, going, what the hell? What just happened there? After being, a top 10 artist, DJ in 65 countries, Ministry of Sound resident, traveling all over the globe, all the great stuff. So if I could create all this crap with an overwhelming amount of negative thinking and negative feeling, then what could I create if I changed it all to positive thinking and positive feeling? And that was when I got excited. That was when I was like, right, okay, you know what? I'm going to give this a go. It was Bob Proctor who said, your way isn't working, try mine. And he studied Think and Grow Rich. He studied various other books and he pointed me in the right direction. And from there, I just became hungry. And I was just like, right, I must understand what's happened to me. And now I must fix it. And that's what Life Remixed is about. But it's not just about me. It's about you. Excuse me. It's about you. It's about strategies for you to gain happiness, health, wealth, confidence. And these are all universal. I haven't just come up with some amazing idea. I've literally just collated information from everywhere, but I've tried it out for myself. Every self-development, every good self-development guy I studied with and lady, every woman, they all said, don't take my word for it. Try it out for yourself. And when you try it out for yourself, if it works, keep doing it. So I did. And we've been concentrating on gratitude this week. And that's where I started. I didn't have anything else. I had nothing else. I was skint signing on. And I was like, right, okay, this was 12 years ago. Things are very different now, I'm glad to say. But the point is that I started with gratitude because that doesn't cost a thing. And I just got really, really grateful. I said, right, okay, I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to try your way and see if it works. And I got grateful. And all of a sudden, the more grateful I became, little opportunities started to open back up to me. And the world just started to change. And there's a whole chain of events that goes on. Excuse me. There's a whole chain of events that goes on throughout Life Remixed that actually, you guys, if you pick up on it, you can actually find a way to make your life better. And that's all it is. That's all I care about. All I care about is other people not having to go through some of the crap that I did. If you remember the end of the Shawshank Redemption, remember the end of the Shawshank Redemption, where Andy Dufresne swims through the river of shit to come out the other end, and he's there and he's in the rain. He's escaped from the prison and he's like, thank God, get me out of here. He ends up living in a beautiful beach and, Say Wataneo, I think it was called from memory. But the point is that all of this is possible for you guys. I literally just got myself together, dusted myself off and went again. So That's it. Every Tuesday night, I'm going to be here. If you want to get in touch and you want to have a chat with me at any time, then please do. Thanks for the comment. Amazing content. I'm not sure who that's from, but I really appreciate what you're saying there. Big hi to Julia and Wayne and a few others that are logging on. So thanks all for being there. Just remember as well the schedule. The schedule is every week now. So for the rest of this week. Tomorrow night, we're going to have Pashmina Pash live with us in interview. So that's going to be great on Straight Talking. So we're putting that out. Then Saturday, Life Remix lockdown sessions. So Thursday, Friday, we have a little bit of a break, but the rest of the week we're here. So tomorrow night, Straight Talking at 7:30. Saturday night, Life Remix lockdown sessions. So playing some music and keeping the smiles on your faces. And then on a Sunday night, we're doing Ask Mark Anything. If you've got any questions, by the way, just pop them into the content box there and give me a shout by all means, into the comment box I should say, but do reach out to me and give me a shout and let me know if you'd like to ask any questions or anything. As I said, watch this video back about Life Remixed, because ultimately it's not about me, it's about you guys, and I hope that you pick up some absolute nuggets of information. I've become very, very happy, very, very healthy, and very, very wealthy, and I'm really happy about it. But I was unhappy, sick and broke. 12 years ago I was unhappy, sick and broke. So we got some lovely comments coming in. Good stuff, Mark, from LinkedIn user. Thanks very much. Please remember, just log in to StreamYard so you can just register your name so I can see your name, or stick your name at the end of it there as well. So I know who you are. Known me for many years now, Wilkie, and it's good to see you looking so well. I'm back on it. Not that sort of on it. No. We're going to talk a little bit later about, or in the coming Tuesdays when I do Life Remix samples, we're going to be talking more about how I started that process. And the first process for me, to be honest, little secret, I just gave up alcohol. I realized that alcohol was the problem. A couple of drinks and then anything could happen. So it was much better for me to be able to stop drinking. And as soon as I stopped drinking, I realized that, I'd been self-destructing for many years. Big shout to Daz Wilkes as well. Yeah, nice. My wife calls me Wilkes, so thanks, Daz. Well said, bro. We worked together in the past in Sheffield on it. Yeah. Thanks, mate. You hear me? That's awesome. I really appreciate that, Daz. Yeah, look, many of us have been through it, and some people don't make it. I managed to dust myself off and go again, and I've been successful. And it's not rocket science, I promise you. It's just different strategies and different things I've tried, because I wasn't necessarily taught these things, and they're not taught in schools and everything else. So really important to get yourself into a positive vibration. I was talking to a young lady today who we may well bring in to employ. And we were just talking about self-development and why, some people reject self-development. Why would you? Because at the end of the day, it's about you. It's about you, really, going, yeah, do you know what? Maybe I can do a bit better here. I've got news for you. You can definitely do a lot better, but you've just got to commit. Big shout out to Kylie as well. Kylie Roy, thanks, Mark. Can't wait to get the book. Love you. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate that. We're excited for Life Remix to come out, but I'm going to be doing loads of these live schedules throughout the week. Lots of DJing on a Saturday night, and then sharing stories and helping as many people as possible, because you can still enjoy music and you can still enjoy your life. You just don't have to self-destruct. And too many of us can be self-destructing for sure. So I've got a couple of other messages coming in. Wayne, thanks again, mate. Really appreciate you being there. Hi to Paul. Hi to Simon. So many of you jumping in. I will be honest as well. We've had across all of the platforms, we've had about 500 people across the 8 platforms on average watching every video, which in itself is I'm just over the moon about it. Honestly, I'm so happy and grateful that you all are taking an interest. And as I say, we've got big plans. We're going to do a lot of things, and I hope we're going to help many people across the UK and beyond as we share this information. So listen, guys, absolutely love you. It's Tuesday night here in London. We're still in lockdown, aren't we? So excuse me. We need to keep doing our thing, but it will pass. This whole time will pass. You just got to stay positive and find what you can use this time for. Okay. So that's it from me for tonight. As I say, big love from me and from all of us at Life Remixed here. We're here to serve and we're here to help, guys. So please do send any messages. Keep in touch. Back tomorrow evening with Pashmina Pash in Straight Talking. So we'll be interviewing Pashmina. You need Pashmina in your life, trust me. All right, guys, listen, thanks again. Lots of love. See you soon. Cheers. Oh, amazing. So I got another quote here. And so, thank you. Amazing what you're doing. Hi, Mark. Sorry I missed this. Okay, mate. And Daz, yeah. Listen, guys, thanks so much. Loving all the comments. Loving everything coming through. Here to help. Give us a shout. Yes, you will be able to see this again. It literally just goes straight out. And you can watch it from the beginning. We're here 7:30 every Tuesday, every Wednesday, 8 a.m. on a Monday morning, 7 p.m. on a Sunday evening, and a little DJ set on Saturday night as well. So quite funny. I haven't left the house, or I haven't gone that far in the last month, and people keep telling me that I'm everywhere. I'm not. I'm still in my office. But anyway, we'll see what happens. But anyway, listen, I love you all, guys. Yes, please watch on Catch Up. If you need to get in touch, you can go to markwilkinsonofficial.com. You can go to liferemix.co.uk as well. And you can get us on all the social, Life Remix book, and also at Mark Wilkinson Official and blah, 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 blah. Listen, love you all. Talk to you soon. Cheers, guys. See ya.